Good morning, Wall Street winners. It is Monday, July the 28th, and I have to admit, I'm a little surprised. We saw over the weekend that the EU and US announced a trade deal. There is something still up in the air about this. The EU believes that pharmaceuticals are included in this. Trump believes they're not included in this. So in the same statement by the two leaders, there was a conflict in the information shared. So it will be interesting to see how this plays out, and I'm not surprised the EU negotiated this. It does seem like I don't mean this in a negative way, but the EU is such a weak group of leaders, generally speaking, that they folded when they held a great deal of cards against Donald Trump in the U.S. But nevertheless, they conceded. I guess they were happy they like paying taxes in Europe, as we do apparently in Canada, sadly. But they were happy with 15% over 30 and viewed that as a win, which just boggles my mind, honestly, as a business person. But there you have it. That's what the EU has settled for. The U.S. is meeting with Chinese officials this week in Sweden. So we'll see if there's any outcome of that from those meetings before Friday, August 1st, the new date for tariffs. That's going to be a big one, and I would expect maybe concessions on both sides, but we'll have to see there because I know Trump wants a win. Apparently, he stepped in and helped Thailand and Cambodia reach a ceasefire, which I have a very hard time believing, to be honest. But that's what the headline says. And then you've got some other news. But this is really just a big earnings week. And we're starting the week positive, primarily based on that EU-US trade agreement. You can see here in the futures that all three US indices are up. The NASDAQ is up. It's going to be a potentially big week for the NASDAQ with a number of the Mag 7 stocks reporting. We've got obviously Meta reporting, we've got Microsoft reporting, we've got Apple reporting, we've got Amazon. So four of the big ones. We've already heard from Tesla and Google last week, and the results from Tesla, not so good, but Google, very positive. And then I think we might see an uplift in NVIDIA this week. It's already up in the pre-market, and I think that's partly due to Google's announced increase in CapEx spend of $10 billion from $75 to $85 billion. We're seeing Rigetti up as well, or Rigetti, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing